Hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't filmed a video in a long time, so I wanted to come back and do my everyday makeup routine. This is the makeup that I've been wearing pretty much every day when I don't want to do something too intense. I don't want to do like a crazy eye look or a bold lip or anything, and this is just what I go with anytime I'm leaving the house and I want to wear makeup. So, you know, if you want to see how I got this look, feel free to keep watching. And hopefully I'll be making some more videos soon, so if you want to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, like it so that I know that I should make more like this. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Kate Madden. I'll link everything below. I'll also link all the products that I use in this video below. And yeah, if you want to see how to do an everyday makeup look, just keep watching and I will explain it to you. So today I'm going to be doing my natural, everyday makeup routine, and the first thing I'm going to do is just clip my hair back so it's out of my way. And then I'm going to go in with primer. This is the Becca Firstlight Priming Filter. It's my favorite primer right now because my skin is really dry. It's the winter, so it keeps my skin hydrated and it gives a nice luminosity. And this just keeps my makeup looking really nice and hydrated and fresh all day. Next, we're going to go in with foundation. I am using the L'Oreal ProGlow Foundation. I'm in between two shades right now, so I mixed them, 202 and 203. So I just take the majority of 202 on the back of my hand. And then mix in some of the 203 shade. And then I just mix them together and dot it around my face. And I like to dot it on my face first because then you don't lose as much product when you pick it up with a sponge, because I will be going in with a sponge to blend it out. I just dot it on like the places that I know that I'm going to need the most coverage. Alright, and then I'm taking my Morphe sponge and I'm going to use the flat edge to blend out the foundation. I really like this foundation because it is a medium coverage. I'm not really a huge full coverage foundation person, and this gives like a really glowy finish to the skin, which I think is really good in the winter, and it's also really good to make your skin look a little more youthful. Then next I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's my favorite concealer. I just think it has really good coverage. Even though I don't like to use a full coverage foundation, I do like a full coverage concealer because it helps to hide under eye bags and any other blemishes or red spots that you want to get rid of. So I take that under my eyes in like a triangle shape because it helps to brighten. And then I also will take a little bit on my chin, on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my cupid's bow. And that'll bring light into your face and balance out the color of the concealer, because it is like a shade lighter than the foundation. It'll just make everything look a little bit more balanced. I'm not doing like a really crazy eye look today, so I'm just going to use that as my eyeshadow primer. This concealer is a little bit more matte, so that's why I like to use it on a sponge, because it helps to give it a little bit of luminosity, a little bit of dewiness, so that it's not too dry looking, because my under eyes can get a little bit dry. Right after I'm done with that, I will set it with powder. I'm using the Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 05 Fair. It does have a tint to it. It's not translucent powder, but I like the finish that it has. It's not too drying. Doesn't make my under eyes look really crepey. And then I just take that on a little tapered brush and I pat it into my under eye. I'm also going to take a bigger brush and dip into that powder and just sort of set the perimeter of my face for the powder that I'll be doing later. And I'm just going to set that like really sheer because I still want to keep the luminosity that I've created with the primer and the foundation. Alright, and now we are done with the base. Now on to the brows. I use Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo. I only use the one side though. It's the color Soft Brown. And I just use a little angled brush. I'm going to grab a mirror. Use a little angled brush just to fill in the natural shape that I already have. That's fine, and then I'll spoolie them out so that they're not too harsh or too dark. Make them look a little bit more natural. And then I'm going to move on to my eyes. So I'm taking the Colourpop Dream Street palette in collaboration with KathleenLights on YouTube. And I'm going to take the first shade in the palette. It's called Shooting Star, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And it's just a neutral color. It has a little bit of a pinky undertone, but I really, really like how it looks in my crease. So I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and apply that into my crease. And all I'm doing with the shade is bringing a little bit of definition to my eyes. So I'm just using the brush to go in circular motions and bring it back and forth in the crease. Alright, and then after I'm done with the top lid in the crease, I will move on to my bottom lid, and I'll take that same color, Shooting Star, and just drag it underneath my eye to bring definition to my lower lash line. You can just smoke that out as low as you want. It'll just help to open up your eyes and make you look more awake, make your eyes stand out more, like I said. And then the next shade that I'm going to go in with is the shade Moony, and that's this bottom pink one. It's just like has a slight sheen to it. And I'm just going to put that on my eyelid with my finger. Just to bring a little bit more dimension. Put a little bit of something on my lid, but yeah, nothing too intense. Then I'm also going to take that just on the brow bone as a highlight. And the last thing I'm going to do with this palette is go into the dark brown shade at the bottom, Elfish. I'm going to use that as a liner for my top lash line. So I'm just going to grab a small detailing brush. This may actually be a lip brush, but that's fine. And all I'm going to do is just lightly place that dark brown color at the base of my lashes, just to create a little bit of a shadow. And this will help your lashes look thicker. And it'll help them stand out more when you put mascara on them. And I'll just define the lash line a little bit. And that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. Next, I am going to move on to mascara. And the mascara that I'm going to use is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I use the waterproof version because my lashes have a hard time staying curled. They're really straight naturally. I did curl them before I started filming. And then when I'm happy with how the top look, I move on to my bottom lashes. And lately I've been using a different mascara for my bottom lashes. I've been using the Falsies Push Up Angel just because I like the little comb that it comes with. Like, it's just sort of one little comb. And it works really well for bottom lashes. I don't like it for top lashes at all, but I can just easily comb through the bottom and it doesn't get all messy. Alright, and now we're almost done. I'm going to finish up the face with powders, bronzer, blush, highlight, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go into my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I really like this bronzer because it gives like a nice sun-kissed look, and it is the dead of winter. Well, it's supposed to be spring soon, but we'll see. And my skin is very pale, so I like that, you know, bronzer brings a little bit of life back and a little bit of color. So I just apply that to sort of the contours of my face. I don't really contour very much though. It's not my thing. I'll just apply it to, you know, my temples, my hairline, contours of my cheeks. Under my jawline. And then I do it all on the other side. And then we move on to blush. Blush is not my favorite part of makeup. I don't buy a lot of blushes. I don't get excited about a lot of blushes, but I really like the Tarte blushes. This is actually one that I got as a birthday gift from Sephora. It's in the shade Paaarty, and it's just a nice natural color. Pinky. I just apply it to the apples of my cheeks. I don't apply too much. I just like it to sort of wake the face up, give a little bit of color back into the face, make you look a little bit alive. And then last thing for my face, I'm going to go in with highlighter. This is the Hourglass Ambient Strobing palette. It has so many fingerprint marks on it. But I'm going to take the middle and left shade, which are called Pure Strobe Light and Absolute Strobe Light, and I'm just going to mix them together. And I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones. And I like to apply this in a circular motion because I think it really helps make it look very natural, even though it is a really intense looking highlight the more that you build up on it. But for every day, I like how it gives like a nice glow from within sheen. I also apply a little bit to the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow. And then I take a little detailer brush and I take that middle shade and I just pop it into my inner corners. And this is like my favorite part of highlighting because it brings a lot of light to your eyes and it makes them look wide open and bigger, and it's just really, really pretty and flattering on everybody. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with my lip color, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Lip Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I think this is probably the most universally flattering lip gloss ever created. Thank you, Rihanna. I just think it gives such a pretty tint, such a pretty gloss. It has a little bit of sparkle in it. Makes your lips look nice and juicy. This is probably my favorite gloss that I've ever used. And it makes me feel connected to Rihanna in some way, so that's always a plus. And it smells like watermelon. Alright. And that is the finished look. This is pretty much the makeup that I do on a daily basis. Whenever I feel like wearing makeup that day and I don't feel like doing like a look. So if you like these videos, hopefully there will be more where this came from. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram at Madden, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!